In this video, we will see on service request, inbound email configurations and setup. So the agenda is we'll talk about inbound emails and then how we can set up this inbound emails and a demo. So first, so what is inbound email processing? So let's say a company who is doing service to their customers, they have different channels to report the SRs. One way is directly calling the agent and asking agent to create an SR, right? So that is one way. And website through a website, they'll go to a portal and then they'll raise a request. And that's also an option. So likewise, we have a email channel as well. So email channel means there will be one specific support address, support email address will be given to the customers, support at the company.com, right? So customers can directly send their query through an email, then system will process that email and creates automatically an SR. So this is how the inbound email will help uh, to automate the SR creation. And once after SR creation, there will be an auto-generated email created with SR number and the details. So the customer can okay, it to customer it will be acknowledged that that an SR is has been created for your email. Yeah, then once service agents picked up that SR, so he will own it and he will follow the same methods as responding to the customer, and then to and fro conversations over phone or email can happen as standard. So during this, a customer, the end customer, right? We can reply to the response emails that he got from the agent, so that he don't need to open a new thread. He can directly reply to the response email, and the same response email will be processed by the inbound email of inbound email setup, and then it will tag as a thread. It will come under a thread, and the agent can view that SRs. Agent can view that messages. So this is the overall inbound email flow. So first, customer will send an email. Okay. Then system will see if there is any message filters. Okay. If there is any filters that let's say do not create for this domain emails, restricted emails, right? Restricted domains or something. So if there are some kind of setups, so then it will be filtered here, and then email will be accepted. If it is accepted by this filters, then it will process further. Otherwise, it will end the process here itself. Then it creates an inbound message, and it extracts the attachments. So from message, so we can add attachments as well. So those attachments will be tagged later to the SR. Okay. Then next step is it will check this message or a reply or a email from the customer is related to the existing SR. So so the the some reply messages, right, will have the context of the SR, the tagging of that SR number, so that it can identify whether it's a existing SR, existing open SR. So if it is existing open SR, then only we can editable. We can edit. So if it is identified the SR and if it is editable, that means if it is open. If it is closed, then again it will create a new SR. Okay. But if it is open and if it is editable, then uh, it will it will it will it will add as a reply message. Okay. So it ignores the email IDs and then it adds as a message to the related message. And also if there is any attachments, so those attachments will also be added to the same message. And then it will send an it will be added. Okay, so if there is no SR, then it will create a new SR, and if sender identified, like there is a sender is nothing but a contact. So if that contact is already available in the system, it will identify that contact and it associates the contact to the service request. It adds all the messages and other than the sender email, if there is any CC or two addresses, uh, so that will be identified as team members or contacts, and then it will be added to the service request. So then it adds the resources, contacts, then attachments, content, all that, and then finally it sends an acknowledgement. The sender will be set as primary contact, and the associated, if there is a associated account to the primary contact, then account field will be also mapped. This is the overall flow. So when it comes to email to service request field mapping, we have these fields. Subject from email uh, will be mapped to title of the SR. Sender will be mapped to primary contact. If contact is not identified, then it will uh, it will not it will not create. It will not I mean it will not tag the primary contact. Two to address will be the email address. So from which channel it came. Okay, so we have different support channels, right? Like support at oracle.com, support at somecompany.com. So whichever is the channel, uh, the customer sends email, so it will tag me. Other two and CC emails, it will tag as SR contacts or team members. Email body, um, first 1,000 characters, it will add into the problem description field in service request. Email body, so if a message is already if it is type of customer entry, then it will suppose based on the if it is customer entry, then it will add as a message. So it doesn't copy to the problem description for existing SRs. If there is any reply, right? So it doesn't add in the problem description. Instead, it will add as a message. So to implement this inbound email processing, we have to follow these steps, or we have to make sure these points are set up correctly. So the first point is enable default processing. Second point, redirect inbound email. And third point, third setup we need to check is create an email channel, then filters, then any required profile options, then register inbound email channels, setting up scheduling uh, scheduling a inbound email process, and then purge periodically the messages, the unwanted inbound email messages. First step is uh, enable default processing. So in the task, manage inbound email profile options. So uh, we have a profile option. So we need to make it as yes, so that inbound email will be will follow the default processing logic. That's the first step. Second step, we need to identify the inbound email. So to identify inbound emails, uh, uh, so for these inbound emails will be different for each and every environment. Let's say we have dev 1, dev 2, production. So there will be different email addresses tagged to each environment. So we need to identify that. We need to go to SVC inbound email address profile option under manage inbound email profile options, and then we can get the email address, and then what we need to do is whatever emails coming from support at oracle.com or support at the company specific customer company right uh, company support email. So whatever email is coming to that email, so we need to redirect or forward to the emails specified in the task called SVC inbound email addresses. So let me quickly show you where we can check this profile options. So if you go to service request and communication channels, manage inbound email profile options. And if you go to SVC inbound email addresses, so you can see two values here. So if I just uh, if I if I check this, so there will be two values, one with incoming, no, INT service, internal service, then other value with EXT service. So here INT service inbound email will be used for HR help desk or internal service request. EXT service can be used for CRM. Okay. So once we got that email, so we need to basically redirect all the emails that are coming to the support email to the EXT service email. Then then we need to register email channel. So in task called manage communication channels, uh, we need to uh, we need to create a new channel and we need to register this support email address. The support email address, whatever are the customers use will be using. So we need to register here so that uh, so with this communication channel setup, right? So what will happen? So although it is finally sending to the EXT service system email, so the system identifies it is it is coming from this support email or this support inbound email, something like this. So here we have services support underscore ESFE at Oracle some email some domain, right? So this is registered as email here. Now now let's say we have redirected all the emails coming to this email to the ext service email that I showed in the previous step, right? So we need to do that setup. Then when we check the SR, so in so we can identify this SR came from uh, this the support email services support underscore ESFP. So it can help to identify specifically from which support channel it came. So there can be different departments like support.sales, support.marketing at some company.com. So to differentiate the SR, so we can use this channel. Then fourth step is creating email filters. So we can use the manage email filters task to set up the email filters. So there are some attributes here. We have file attachment header and mini attachment for different content types. Reply to sender e subject. Based on all of these attributes, we can so basically this will refer the email, right? So email file attachment, email header, um, reply to, and sender subject. So all of this will refer to the email. Then we have to come. So if there is any required profile options, so we need to go through this manage service request profile options and set up any profile options required. Sixth step is registering email channels that I just yeah. So after enabling or creating the email channel, um, and we need to do one more additional setup. Okay, so that is under manage email configuration, registration, validation task. So we need to register this access points. Let me show you directly here. So if we go to the task called um, manage email configurations, registration, validations. So you can see all the channels, okay, and you can see overall channel setup is valid. Is it valid or not? So you can click on this validate, and then you can check. And the important part here is the SVC inbound email addresses that we got, right? So it will show from here as well, from this task also. One for INT service and one for EXT service. So under access point setup, so by default, it will be in action will be registered. So that means, let me show you. So this is how initially it will be set up. So when a system is provisioned, so it will not register. It will not be active by default. So what we need to do is we need to register these services or access points. And if we click on register, uh, then it will be active. And then we can validate here, and so that it will be active. Okay. So this is the part we need to do as part of registering inbound email addresses. Then so once these inbound messages or emails came into the inbound email, right? So all will sit in an inbound message object. So there is a separate object other than the service request object. So all the messages coming from customers replies, right? So it will sit in inbound messages object, and then we need to run a schedule process called retrieve inbound email messages. This process will run, and it will check each and every message as per the flow diagram we discussed it, and then it will create either an SR or either a service request, or it will add as a message. Then finally, so there will be some failed messages, etc. So to clean up those messages, so after certain days, we can use these profile options, and then we can run a process called purge inbound messages, and then these will be cleaned up on a regular basis. So these are all the setups that we need to do as part of inbound email configuration.